Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Sveaverken GPS auto steering system. So we're going to start with the accessory box. This will contain different parts to attach the steering wheel to your tractor, which is what you'll need in order to use it. And in this case, for our tractor, we'll use this one, and I'll show you in a minute how to use it. And on the other side, we have different connections. These are the ones that go on top of your steering wheel and will take control of it. So basically, like, if you look, they have different sizes. Depending on your tractor, you'll only need one. In our case, we will need this one. So we'll grab this, and we'll come over here. All right, first thing you always do, take the steering wheel off. So you pop the plastic off. John Deere, same thing. We'll have a bolt at the inside. Take the bolt off, keep that, and take the steering wheel off. Next, we will grab our steering wheel, the new one. That one, we have it in here. All right. You can see, take the steering wheel, take this piece, and this piece. Now our tractor has this nice little piece here to grab it onto. So what we'll put this on here, and later on, this is what will hold the motor so it doesn't move. We'll leave that there. You can see this one fits perfectly. You want to take the one that fits closest to your steering. So what you do, you take it, put it in, give it a little thump, line up the grooves, and then we'll put in the screws. All right, these are the screws you'll need in this case. There's 6 of them, and you'll need an L wrench. All right, once all these screws are in, tight, we'll take the entire steering wheel, and we'll place it on. Make sure it's nice and settled. Now the steering wheel is good. What next thing we need to do is get this thing, this electric motor, get it to stay still, because this one needs to be fixed in position so that the motor can move the wheel. That is what this is for. Now you'll find these screws is what you'll need. And you want to take, in this case, it has the nice curves here, so it goes like this. All right. And next thing you want to do, this is the plug-in where it'll take power from. You want this pointing either up or in the right direction, so that it's not in the way of your knees when you're driving your tractor later. So, let's screw these in. We'll line it up right there. That's good. And then take a wrench. And tighten it. Now you want to tighten it enough so that, let me show you in a minute. You tighten it, make sure it's tight enough that the motor can't move. Right now, the motor still moves. So you want to tighten that enough that the motor is fixed in place. Now, this is still loose, that's because this screw isn't tightened yet. This is the one, that one's good. Okay, next, we'll tighten this screw. So we move this one all the way down so that it's settled against it. There we go, and then we'll tighten the bottom one. And we tighten these as well yet, I haven't tightened those enough. Let's tighten these first. Okay, here we go. Now let's tighten up this bottom one. So, you see, the motor is nice and fixed. The steering wheel still moves. This is done. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna attach the base, the antennas to the roof. So what we're gonna do, we'll grab this one. This is very important. The Sveaverken logo needs to be pointed forward to the front of the tractor. I'm gonna flip this upside down. You'll see the base, it has 2 positions. This doesn't quite fit, doesn't line up here, so you want to flip it around. That fits perfectly. Here, you grab this bolt and tighten it down. And tighten it down with the tool yet. All right, once that's done, we grab this cable out of the box. It has this connection. This one goes, you unscrew it, pointing backwards. See the red dot right there? Right there. Put it in, it clicks, screw it down. Right, that's good. And there's a couple of different ways of putting it onto the roof itself. But the important part is antenna, 1, needs to be pointing forward. 2, it has to be centered. You can put it off to the side, but as long as it's centered, you can go up and down. That doesn't matter. Grab this. Already have some holes made. Alright, next thing we're going to do, we're going to put on the RTK antenna. Basically, this one connects to the base station, and then it receives that 2.5 centimeter accuracy. Now, unlike this one's not important that where you put it. You can just put it on with the magnet, that's good to go. If you don't have a magnet or a piece of metal to put it onto, just grab the double-sided tape, stick it on, and then put it on wherever you want. But for our case, the magnet's perfectly fine. Put it there, that's good to go. Alright, to put the screen on, you'll get 3 pieces: screen, arm, and a mount. The mount, basically you put it on the side, depending on tractor a lot, just wherever you have space, where you like the screen, you put it on. It has U-bolts in it. But for our case, we already have one put on here, so we're just going to use that one. Same, just put it on. And there we go. Just tighten it down, put the screen, adjust it where you want it. And there we go. It's good to go. Now we're going to put all the cable on. Let me show you how to do that. Alright, next thing, do all the cableage. Basically, power, negative, positive, connect them. The bolt, I already have a cable on here, so we're not going to put this one on. But just hide it underneath the tractor so it comes out underneath the seat. Depending on the tractor as well, you might need to find a place or hole to put it in through the cab. Alright, next cable is this one. This is the main harness. This will connect everything together. So we have steering wheel, goes over here. It is marked, it only goes in one way. Put it in, screw down the bolts, the screws. Over here, you have power, and this is the cable that comes from the battery. Again, you can't put it in the wrong way, it only goes in one way. Wait for the click, there it is. All right. Next, we're going to jump over to the antenna cables, which is this one and this one. Again, just find the matching plug. It only goes in one way. The other way doesn't fit, so no worries about breaking it. Squeeze until you hear the click. There it is. This cable, this is from the antenna up top. Flip this around. Goes here. There we go. And we have one more, which is this one. Now you see, it has a key. It only goes in one way. Put it to the bottom. Plug it in here. Clicks. You see the light goes on. It has power. And you press the power button. Now for all this cablage that we have here, we need to hide it to make it look a little better. So what we're going to do, in this case, we're just going to put it under the seat, out of the way. But in most tractors, what you want to do is hide it either behind the seat or inside the plastic panels themselves or inside the roof. It depends a lot from tractor to tractor, but in this case, we'll put these cables out of the way. This one down here. We're gonna bunch it all up and just hide it under the seat for the time being. Now we have the breaker here. This one needs to be, we'll tape it on somewhere up here. Where that be? Punch all these up. Just make sure there's no pinch points so you don't damage the cables. Alright. And you can make it look pretty on your own. Afterwards, make sure every cables are out of the way of your feet, out of your pedals. Make sure it's all nice. And afterwards, screen's on, warning comes on, press OK. Here, this is the sign in page. I'll show you how to sign into the account, how to register it, and how to make the calibrations and get the tractor working. But for the install, that is it. There are some more parts in the box. There's another sensor. It's optional. For the time being, we're going to leave it off. I'll show you how to calibrate that later on. And for more questions, leave a comment or give us a call. Thank you.